Eye candy is everywhere you look in Graffiti Alley, but these are so-called permission walls. Those who dare to paint outside the lines are embracing the freedom of expression anywhere they like to make their voices seen. Baltimore is now a graffiti canvas. Paint can artists participating in a never-ending urban dialogue. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is off limits. The explosion of this type of expression magnifies the question, is it art or vandalism?
It's vandalism.
Bill Smith is the manager of an industrial machine shop in South Baltimore.
So I've been here 19 years while we've dealt with all the other stuff, theft, homelessness. Tagging has never been an issue, and in the last 6 months, as you can see, they've started on one end of the building, made their way all the way up to the end, and now are going around to the front of the building where the entrances are.
How expensive is it to take care of something like that?
Thousands. If you don't want to make an insurance claim, the man hours, the cost alone to cover this, with the hopes that they're not going to come back and do it again. The Baltimore City Union office has been tagged by graffiti so many times, the owner can't clean it off without damaging the brick.
Because when you spray it off, this grouting comes out. See, you can see it in here, and any more and the bricks will start to shift.
CUB administrator Chris Runchaco says because the building looks abandoned, she's running into issues with her insurance.
We're struggling with that, but we're hoping to work something out. Our building is in good shape, except for graffiti.
Artists tell us graffiti is a source of excitement, action, involving an element of risk. Some are rappelling off building rooftops to write and turn barren landscapes into playgrounds of the imagination.
Ingenuity. And who brings an ingenuity to their game gets noticed, who brings the daring, who brings the risk, that also has a sort of tree in the center of it.
Adam Stabb is a style writer, graffiti artist, and muralist. He created this mural underneath the JFX at the Farmers Market. His work can also be seen at Charles and 20th Streets. He says graffiti involves creative expression, a reflection of what's going on in a community.
It's an exchange of information in the public face, available to all, whether you want it to be or not.
Stabb says graffiti is a source of great pride and notoriety.
Everybody's given the same tool, spray paint can, and it's how you bring to the usage of that your style aesthetics, your popularity, your fame.
While graffiti artists are no longer just using vacant properties and unkept open space as their canvas, curiously, check this out. Murals are, for the most part, left untouched. We've discovered there's a code of respect between graffiti artists and muralists, and murals may be a key part of resolving the problem.
Artists come from around the world to put up work in Baltimore. This is one of the bigger cities that graffiti work is shown, and so these are also bragging rights, and people are often looking for Instagrammable moments.
Tanya Miller Hall is now in the consulting business. Before that, she worked for the city and created a graffiti task force. One of the recommendations, team up the graffiti artists with muralists and pay them.
And they are charged with removing that work. And so my thought was, let's replace that with a beautiful mural or a project. And it's cost effective.
This is how Baltimore City currently handles graffiti complaints. A 6-person unit removes it, but only from city-owned property and public rights of way. Over the summer, they erase more than 1,200 pieces of graffiti. Mayor Scott says he's open to the idea of adding more murals.
Making sure that we're working with local artists to do those, to replace that graffiti with art so that we can keep our city beautiful, but also that we can continue to showcase the art and the talent and the culture that we have here.
Business and property owners find the idea of a mural collaborative appealing.
If a local artist wanted to paint a mural on the side of the building, we'd be open to it.
Unless we figure out a way to get a mural up here, I don't know that we take the paint off again, we take it off and they'll be back within a week or two.
What all the municipalities need to accept is that graffiti's not going away. It's always, I think, been a part of the urban landscape.
For graffiti artists, it's not what you see, but how you see it. For WBAL TV 11 News Investigates, I'm David Collins.